It would be funny if we did a whole episode and I spoke like Jive from Airplane. Because the bitch don't trick on the motherfucker.
Give me some slack, Jack.
Yeah.
It's Michael Vick. Welcome to the Dog Pound.
A lot of everyone that got in trouble in that time, I think he's doing pretty good.
Yeah, he's back on like
Yeah.
ESPN.
R. Kelly's not doing too hot.
No.
R. Kelly?
Oh, no.
Well, okay, all right. Which would you rather have, R. Kelly's convictions or Michael Vick's convictions?
Definitely Michael Vick.
for sure.
Yeah.
I'd rather have.
I love dogs, you know?
Yeah.
I love dogs so much it might make me consider taking the other one.
Yeah.
But then you realize, like, oh, no. He slept with a little girl. You're like, yeah, I don't like dogs that much.
I think Michael Vick's the only conviction you can take and survive prison. Like,
Yeah, that's like cool. You know what I mean? If
I
you're
wasn't
gonna get-
comparing the crimes. It was more of just like the timing of it.
Somebody pee on me, I move.
Yeah.
What a goated show. Dude.
Yeah.
That's the title of this episode, by the way.
Yeah. Already.
Somebody pee on me, I move.
what you talking about? Of course I'll let him piss on me. It's R. Kelly, the Pied Piper of R&B.
Shout out. When you fuck up so hard, every animated show has an episode about you. You know you fucked up. When South Park covers your shit, you're like, oh no.
I feel like the Boondocks covering your fuck up has got to be a badge of honor, though. Like,
I mean, I'd be in prison like, dude, they did my episode.
Yeah.
Even dude, I was about to say, even if they just roasted me, I would still be like, dude, South Park did it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Dude, that's all I want.
Did you guys see
Sorry
that
about
South
me.
Park did an episode about me?
Yeah.
I would be on the electric chair. Like, did you guys?
Yeah,
see-
yeah,
did
can
you
you
guys
turn us
see where they
on?
made
I would
fun
write
of
them
us?
an email and I'd be like, I will say whatever you want me to say. You just let me be part of it, please.
Please use my voice.
I don't care.
I
Yeah.
know I murdered 4 Chinese toddlers, but
Sure.
please,
Yeah.
please. That's what. I don't know why I pinned you on that crime, but it's
Chinese
just
toddlers.
your energy.
Oh my god.
I think anyone in this room can be accused of that.
Hey. Well,
Thanks, Chris.
thanks, buddy.
yourself included. I appreciate
Yes,
that.
of course.
Yeah.
You do have a new line of T-shirts you're wearing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Don't
Oh,
worry about
man.
it.
Yeah,
You-
no.
Wait.
Don't
what?
ask where I got them.
Wait. Where'd you get that? What does it say?
Comedy denominator. Got it with my Carney money.
Did you make that?
Yeah, this is for me, Eric, Bree, and the other comedy denominators.
Rick.
And Rick.
I had to say it because Chris calls him Rich every day. It's so funny.
You realize that you just become the white black pack now, right?
Mhm.
We are like some black people.
Yeah.
No.
The improv
That's
group.
not.
That
I'm
is
talking about a specific group. You know that.
I know the black
Yeah,
pack.
yeah.
Mhm.
Shout out the black pack. But now you've gentrified it, and you're the comedy denominators.
Mhm.
Who came up with Eric can't spell
Some-
denominator.
yeah.
It was Rich. I'm kidding. It's Rick. I know his name.
I feel bad. I think I called him Ryan for like a year before I. realized
I
it was
have
Rick.
talked to him about it. He goes, "Yeah, a lot of people get it wrong," and I was like, "You're kind of a quiet talker, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
You have the right to defend yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could at any point just be like, "It's Rick,"
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I don't know, like, is that my job as your friend to be like, actually, it's Rick?
You would
Like,
be a good
or is
friend if
it-
you did that, but you know.
I mean, at some point, if we're both standing there and somebody, like, if he's not around, I'll be like, hey, by the way, you know, but if, like, he's standing there, it's like,
Yeah.
you know.
He's a grown man. But that being said, there's people who have just like called me Jake for most
That
of my
is
life,
true.
and
I-
I don't correct them. I'm just
Everyone
like,
fucks up
whatever.
my last name, and I don't care about it. I just stopped.
Is it
So I
Rustler or Roosler?
can- Rustler.
Okay, cool. I thought so.
Damn, you are hot micing like a mother.
My bad.
Did you stop breathing?
Yeah, I haven't stopped messing with it since we started because I'm like, all right, turn it down.
that
Turn it down.
Finally, it's not
Yeah.
me who's the one mouth breathing.
Yeah. Could you not hear the?
I was worried it was me because I do that shit all the time on Xbox because I'm fat and out of breath all the time.
Oh, there's nothing worse than when you're
sprinting
recording.
in the game.
Dude, there's so many times where I'm recording a story on Instagram or whatever, and in the background you just hear me going.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, fuck. I have to like put music over it. So if I ever post a story that has music, it's because I've been in the background going
Every time.
like an idiot.
Every time I send one of you guys a Snapchat and it's me on a walk with the dog, if there's music, it's because in the background I'm just like.
Nicole was taking a video on Snapchat, and she captured me just slightly adjusting in the couch and going, "Oh." Like there was bass in it for sure. Like that was, I had to vocalize that. I pushed too hard, and I ate Papa John's. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
It happens to the best, dude. When Papa John did the racism, I ate so much pizza because it was like get an extra large pizza for $6. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
they were
dude,
throwing out discounts.
forgiven.
They were like, "Whoa, we are so sorry this happened. Here, have an extra pizza." And everybody's like, "All right."
Does anybody notice the wings are better? That's weird. It seems like they might have improved the recipe out of nowhere. I don't know why they think they'd focus on the pizza.
Since when have they had lemon pepper? Huh? All right. I don't hate it.
I've never had a shakaroni, but I'm interested.
You're missing out, man.
I just did the biggest fat boy thing I think I've ever done last night. I had leftovers in my refrigerator, but microwaving that shit sounded too hard to me, so I ordered a Domino's stuffed crust and had it delivered.
I was about to say, where are you going with this? That is very big back.
Yeah,
That is very big
Stuffed
back.
crust.
Some big back activity.
That's crazy.
There are times where
That's the craziest thing I've heard in a long time, actually.
Yeah, that's a bold move, man.
That's like
You
I
gotta-
was telling him.
You got a baby to take care of.
Yeah, I was telling him outside while we were waiting for you guys. I'm like, I'm realizing now that I need to make some changes in my life because, like, aside from the fact that I want my wife to want to fuck me, I don't want to die. Like,
Yeah.
One should come before the other, but
Yeah.
which one is up to you. And either one I'd respect.
I
If
want
I'm
my
being
wife
very
to want
honest.
to fuck me. if
Yeah,
I'm
no,
being
for
completely
sure,
honest.
100%. I get that. I'm like fucking. I'm fat, dude. It's like
I got to the point the other day where I looked at the stairs and I looked at an elevator and I was like, I'm going to elevator. And then I was like,
Yeah.
all right. Okay.
it
yeah.
was one flight. Of
I don't know.
stairs.
Have I told you this, Jack?
Huh.
I told them. I don't know if I told you this, but my birthday's coming up, and a family member was like, "Hey, I was gonna wait for your birthday, but I decided I'd just go ahead and give it to you now. I got you 3 months with a personal trainer, just out of the blue." And I was like, okay, all right."
Dude, 1 year for Christmas, my grandmother got me like push-up handle things and then a jump rope and like several other pieces of exercise equipment. And I was like, I'm not even. It's what?
What does this
The
mean?
fuck? I'm a lineman. I'm supposed to be fat.
You ask her to make cookies for Christmas. She brings over like carrot sticks.
Yeah.
Is this not what you asked for? I thought you asked for this.
Sure, you said kale.
You said Christmas cookies. You said Christmas cookies. I heard crudité.
Are you sore at all from the dunk tank?
Dude, I'm so sore. That Dominican kid fucked me up.
Oh yeah.
I
Talk
swear to
about
God. Like for those at home, for the people at home, Carney's booked us to do a festival, and it's a beautiful time there for people, and we did a dunk tank.
I yelled at kids.
We were supposed to. Well, they booked us. They booked comedians because they wanted us to like roast the people throwing at us, and all the people were adults with severe disabilities and children. So I pussied out. I did not roast any of those. He went hard. He said it.
That's what I want to hear.
Chris said it, dude, and it's bad.
Well, okay, what was your best roast?
It probably was. It wasn't even really a roast. I just told the little girl I was gonna feed her dog chocolate because she pushed a button on me.
Yeah, dude. At one point, there was a kid behind the curtain who was just pulling the bar and kept dropping me, and I didn't see him because there was 5 other kids running around the front.
This is why I was so mad though, because he told me. I asked him, "It's like, how many times do you think you got dunked?" And he said like 25 times. I am closer to 300 than not. Like they dunked the shit out of me the entire
And it's
time.
like it's not a lot of water, and you're falling into it. So if you land feet first, you're just hitting the ground, and it hurts. And if you land on your ass, your back is getting fucked up. So we're physically broken. I'm also sunburnt because the sun was directly on me, but it was only 70 degrees, so I was freezing my ass off the entire time. So like they would come up to dunk me, and I'm up there like fucking shaking. And like there's a girl who's like serving beer next to me, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." can I have one of those beers, please? I might have got a little loose on the dunk tank. Britt, tell your sister to come over here. Is that your mom or your sister? Tell her to come over here.
Your family looks like they bombed Gaza.
Oh, they have hostages? Oh, sure. The hostages are for sure at the hospital. Throw the ball, all right?
Yeah, I'd be pissed if my country got Fortnited too, man.
Dude, they did Fortnite their way in that music festival. That's so fucking funny. I hadn't thought of that.
That's it. Yeah, that's the only way they can get past the Iron Dome. It's like, wait, what if we put parachutes on 4-wheelers? It's like, I mean, we could try it.
We Mario Kart our way into the next war. Fuck yeah.
Where are we dropping? Tel Aviv?
That is so funny because, like, God damn, it just was Red Dawn, but at a music festival. It's so scary to think of people just, like, silently dropping in on parachutes.
I 100%
my
disagree because I thought about it constantly in school. I would stare out the window and just be like, all right, if the Russians landed right there. That was all. I mean, I can't tell you the number of times I've been sitting in church and just been like, man, I hope somebody comes in with a gun right now. And I'm going to run around the back and then I'm going to tackle him from behind. Or like, if this speaker gets loose and starts to fall, I think I could run over and push some people out of the way because I'm the only one paying attention to the speaker right now.
Do you think if I stop a mass shooter, they'll book me at Zany's?
They 100% will.
Yeah. Go viral, and you're like, I also do stand-up comedy.
Not only did I stop a national tragedy, kind of funny.
Reshare the drag queen clip.
See, it would have been better if I would have tackled her if she had a gun and then did that joke, and then it would have gone super viral.
If you tackled a drag queen with a gun at a comedy show,
I'd get arrested.
You'd be opening for Roseanne, Rogan. Like you would be fucking hot on.
I'd be opening for Hannity.
You might even.
You're on Gutfeld every week for the next 2 months.
Did I tell you? So I just did the weekend with Joe DeVito out at St. Charles, and he's a Gutfeld guy.
Yep.
And so the Gutfeld crowd showed up, and I had a couple people be like, "So do you do this like all over?" I'm like, "Well, I'm trying I'm trying to go further and further and stuff like that." They're like, "Why don't you just do Gutfeld?" And I was like, do you think I should?
Yeah.
No? You think the number one show on late night? You think
I hadn't even thought of that.
You think I should go in front of millions upon millions of people and make? Well, I'll think about it. I don't know. If when I sell out Madison Square Garden, if I'm in town, I'll try.
I opened for a Gutfeld comic, and there was a dude who like looked like a painting of a Gutfeld audience member, and he was wearing a T-shirt that said, "It's boys and girls and guns." That was his stance. There's only 2 genders and guns. All right.
I took so many pictures that weekend with people wearing Gulf of America T-shirts.
Yeah,
It's fucking wild.
Yeah, I was just like, all right.
when they changed it on Apple Maps, I was like, oh fuck, holy shit, dude, they're doing it. They're going for it. I was in New Orleans. I was looking at it. I was like, look at that.
Did they actually change it on Apple
They
Maps?
changed it on Apple Maps, dude. Because I know because my grandmother was like, "Look what he did. He did that. He took it away from those Mexicans, and that's our water.
That's our water now. They can't have it.
They swim in it. We are going to war."
They can't have it. That was officially our borders.
Ah, damn, dude. I just want to watch Sicario and be like, that's what it is.
Sicario is a great example of a movie that was really good, and then the second one was dog shit.
Terrible.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the second one isn't.
Comparatively.
Well, it's the first one is directed by the guy who directed Dune and Prison. It's like one of the best directors working the day, and then they were just like, "Hey, make an action movie out of this." Afterwards, it was basically following like fucking The Godfather with the Expendables.
Yes.
Like that's what they
the
did.
first Sicario is like a fantastic story of the price of revenge, and then the second one's just like Jeff Bridges. Or no, not Jeff Bridges.
Josh Brolin.
Yeah. They're the same person to me. But it's just Josh Brolin being like, "Hey, I wear flip-flops and carry an AR-15."
Which is sick.
No, the second one. I thought the second one was all about what's his name, just being lost in the desert.
That's like the last act of the movie, yeah.
Yeah,
and
it's like the last act.
But it is pretty sick because he gets shot in the face and lives because he gets shot through the cheeks, and then he finds a kid who shot him through his face cheeks. He gets shot through the cheeks, and then he finds a kid, and he's like, "You want to be a Sicario?" Sit down. I'll show you how to be a Sicario. And then he fucks him. He fucks that kid once the door closes.
That is the perfect impression of fuck. I can't remember his name
Antonio
now.
Banderas?
No,
No, it's for sure not.
No.
Benicio
I was
del Toro.
Benicio del Toro.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Javier Bardem, but I feel like I'm
yeah.
much closer than Antonio Banderas.
Yeah.
Okay.
The dad from Spy Kids is fucking running through and going,
The dad from Spy Kids.
It's a 3D movie. Quick, put on your goggles.
this is what he was doing before the Spy Kids canon.
He was
It's
a
prequel.
Sicario.
Sicario is a prequel to Spy Kids.
Spy Sicario.
Killing
Kid
people.
Sicario is a much better. I want to see that.
No, what they do is they reboot Spy Kids, but they murdered the children, and Antonio Banderas has to go into the cartel and like fucking murder people.
Him and Danny Trejo.
And like the
Cheech
thumbs are
Marin.
walking around, and they got neck tattoos and Raiders hats on.
They brought back Paul Rubens from the dead.
Alan Cummins is like, I'm going to sell fentanyl.
That's who it was. Alan Cummings, not Paul
Speaking
Rubens.
of fentanyl, did I send you guys the meme this week of the dude Fent Bent at the Golden Corral? I sent it to like 5 people.
Dude,
It's
Fent
like,
Bent at the Golden Corral is like for sure an album somewhere, right? Like,
I feel like that should be the title of our first.
Yeah.
On my tombstone, something.
I sent it to like 5 people, and I don't know who I sent it to, but it's just like, we used to be a proper country. Why isn't he tweaking?
Yeah, you used to just hit your kids at the Golden Corral. Now there's people on fentanyl. Yeah. That's what Trump needs to talk about, dude. They're doing fentanyl at the Golden Corral.
They're doing it
They're doing fentanyl.
at the corral, the golden one.
Golden one, the beautiful corral.
Yeah.
They're doing it in the steak lines. They're doing it at the
I went
potatoes.
to the Golden Corral. There was no gold. I looked for gold at the Golden Corral. I didn't find any. The Chinese
find
took our
any.
gold.
I said, my God, there's no gold at this Golden
I'm
Corral.
not going to say who took the gold. It was the Jews.
I'm not going to tell you what race the doctor was. It was a Jewish doctor.
Whoa.
I tried to do a bit about when he put out the T-shirts of like the company that signed the deal, and they're like, I know he's controversial, but it's Kanye West. It's going to put us on the map. All right, his merch, and it's a pretty simple design from what I'm. And then they open the email and they're like, "Oh fuck! Oh no!
Oh,
Shit,
no.
we've signed a deal for $30 million.
Oh, no.
We're gonna be ruined."
Yeah, he did. Man.
Are we at the point yet where he made graduation doesn't hold up?
No.
Nothing he does will.
I just Pepperidge Farms remembers when the most controversial thing was the question, who was in Paris?
It would be funny if like Taylor Swift like presents a Grammy to somebody, but then takes the mic back and goes, "Kanye West is the best rapper of all time." Sorry, Sabrina Carpenter, but
I'm going to let you finish in a minute, but
Kanye West song. Beep.
it is kind of crazy. I was talking about this with my mom the other day, that it's weird how crazy things have gotten. Where it's like every day you wake up and you hear something and you're like, okay, right? Like that's even strange. Like when I was in high school, we talked about this because I found this newspaper clipping that I had about me when I was in high school. And it was like one of those football previews, and it was like a big full-page picture, and I was so excited, and I didn't tell anybody about it because I wanted to be like a surprise and act like, oh, it's no big deal. But then the title of the article is like, high school football players struggle to find balance between size and health. Yeah, it was a trash article. Yeah, but on the flip side, I'll have to send that picture.
The second article was 56 chromosomes, no problem.
No, on the reverse side, it was like Obama makes huge unpresidential move, and it was him wearing a tan suit, you know, and they're just like, how could he? And it's like, that was the worst.
Yeah.
That was the worst thing that they had on the, you know what I mean? And then now it's like
The roast battle, that we should check out our roast battle. The roast battle in the comments, somebody commented the last time Ella washed her hair was when Obama wore a tan suit, and it fucking had me dying, dude.
that's hilarious. Oh.
What's funny is
funny.
I texted Andrew that day and I said, "Are you gonna call Ella a cum pig? Because I might call Eric a cum pig, and I don't want us both be saying the same thing."
We met earlier that day before the the roast, and I was like, "What do you have for Ella?" And he listed off a couple things, and I was like, "You should definitely talk about the Mucinex booger." And he goes, "Oh yeah, I've got that one in. I just didn't say it because I'm for sure gonna say it tonight."
Yeah.
I don't want you to vote it down. I'm definitely saying it.
God, dude. Then he opened with it. Yeah. He literally, the first thing he said.
He
Yeah.
got like a slow clap from one of the judges because the guy was just like,
just goddamn.
yeah,
Dude.
he's just like, fuck.
The hero we needed. It would be funny if we did a whole episode and I spoke like Jive from Airplane. Because the bitch don't trick on the motherfucker.
Give me some slack, Jack.
Yeah. Such a
That movie's so great.
yeah.
I loved that movie as a kid because there's boobs in it,
Oh yeah.
and my parents did not remember there was boobs in it.
Ah.
They were like, "Oh, this is a funny movie. You can watch this," and I would watch it, and then all of a sudden, boobs, and I was just like, "Oh yeah, this is fantastic."
Yeah, that was how my parents were with Animal House.
Oh,
My
yeah.
dad forgot that there were titties in Animal House, and I don't know how.
One
You
of the
forgot?
most-
How,
yeah.
What do you mean you forgot
Yeah.
there were titties?
One of the
in
most
Animal House?
iconic scenes of in cinema.
It's 33% of the movie.
Right?
Every like 10 minutes, there's a new set of boobs.
Yeah.
It is funny because like at the beginning when he's like getting ready to go out and fuck that lady, he puts like a giant dildo on the desk, and it's like it's good to know even in the 70s there was giant dildos in frat houses.
Yeah,
Like they were always gay.
They were just white.
Yeah. Fraternities.
That was the worst night of hazing. The 1 year I was in a fraternity.
No,
No, I
Joe.
didn't get a dildo shoved in me or anything.
Transitions are awful.
I'm sorry.
When they held me down, they clamped my nipples.
That part wasn't so bad. But
Yeah.
They were making us eat a booze-soaked onion that they called a happy apple.
That's not the worst thing I've heard.
And then they were
booze soaked is better, so much better than some
Yeah,
of the other things.
Yeah.
I've heard.
we were
What booze?
blindfolded and they were walking around smacking dudes upside the head with a 4-foot dildo that one of their girl roommates had.
Nice.
There was a guy I was in the Marines with, and they made him carry a dildo everywhere he went. It was a big. It was like this big. It was black.
Jesus.
He had to everywhere he went. He had to hold it like a rifle, and he would just walk
That's
around
really
with it.
funny.
That's funny as
Yeah.
fuck.
They named it. I can't remember what I think it was like Elroy. And so they would just be like, "Lee, where's Elroy?" And he'd be like, "Oh, that's Corporal." And he had to like run up and be like, "Leroy is right here, sir." And then he had to like put it on his shoulder and like walk around with it. I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
He went through a lot.
Dude,
And I
that's
follow him on Instagram, and I see him sometimes. So I'm like, "Good for you, man. I'm glad you're having a happy life." Like,
Was that just boot camp?
no, that wasn't even boot camp. That was
Just
once.
for funsies?
Yeah, that was once I got to my unit. See, that's what everybody doesn't understand. Like, everybody who doesn't know anything about the military, they always ask about boot camp. Like, "Oh, how was boot camp? Was it hard?" And you're like, "Yeah, until I went to School of Infantry,
Until I
and
got
then that was
Illinois.
harder." And they were like, "Oh, was School of Infantry really hard?" And you're like, "Yeah, until I got to my unit, and then that was the worst." And it's like, it's really just like a continuous ass whooping for the first like 2 years that you're in until you come back from deployment, and then you're no longer the new guy, you're no longer a boot or whatever, and it's like, oh, it's the greatest feeling in the world. But
They stopped fucking.
Now I get to bully the new guy.
yeah, actually you do. They had to give us so many classes on like, do not haze the new people and stuff like that, but it was like, no,
He's using.
we're going to haze the news.
He's using a dildo as the pointer, and it's like, "Do not." First rule,
They had to show us this video of a cage that had a monkey in it with a ladder, and on top of the ladder was a banana, and the monkey went for the banana, and they sprayed him with a hose, and then monkeys like hate water, and then they introduce a new monkey into the cage, and the new monkey goes for the banana, and the first monkey beats the shit out of the second monkey, right? And then after a while, you take out the first monkey, and you've got all new monkeys coming in, and all they know is don't touch the banana or you get the shit kicked out of you. So they just beat the shit out of all the new monkeys for no real reason. And that's like, and then they were like, so don't haze. And we were like, you want us to spray down the new guys with a hose?
Yeah.
They're like, no.
You've been talking to us for 2 hours, but he's guarding the armory with Elroy.
It was funny to watch him kind of like march around with it.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, did you guys make him give presentations on the board with the dildo as the pointer?
No.
You mean
no,
the joke
he
I just
didn't.
made, Joe?
Yeah, exactly. I didn't
Okay,
think
all
it, I didn't think he got the
I
attention.
thought it got a huge pop.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Was that? Am I wrong? Did it not get a huge pop?
I'm sorry.
Am I not crushing right now?
I'm still thinking about everything he just said.
Stick to your teleprompter, Joe.
Just sit there
Everything
quiet.
we've said has been typed down.
Joe's just like, we'll be right back.
Oh man, fucking yeah. I don't know nothing about no military service, but I have been playing Call of Duty lately, and they put Seth Rogen in Call of Duty, and
Why?
it's because he needs money and he
Yeah.
wants more of it, and he's got all that pottery he's making.
Well, he refused to work with James Franco, and then no one wanted to see his movies anymore.
Does he do the
And
laugh?
they roasted the fuck out of Sig Sauer with him too. Did you see what his execution is?
He drops it. Yeah.
Yeah, Sig Sauer's really pissed about it. So for you guys who don't know much about guns, Sig won the contract for the U.S. military's sidearms, and their gun was a piece of shit that goes off without the trigger being pulled. And so now in Call of Duty, it's canon that when you drop the gun, it kills someone. I thought that'd be funnier. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Learned a
It's
lot.
all right.
Chris is like,
we're in for it.
the funny part is the memories we learned along the way.
Yeah, that's the fucking that is scary though. Like a gun just being able to go off without even like pulling the trigger. And
The
you're
two
like,
scariest noises in the world are a click when you want to hear a bang and a bang when you want to hear a click. Because that means, like, if you're just showing somebody like how to like test fire a rifle and then all of a sudden, bam, you're like, oh shit, because you just shot a hole through a wall or something.
oh my god,
Or somebody, or
or
if
somebody,
you're like,
or somebody,
or you want to shoot somebody and instead of bang, it goes click, and then you're like, oh shit. That's not fun.
And his
I
name
did
was
that
Pat
with Joe
Tillman.
when you brought us shooting. Do you remember? I accidentally shot the ground like right in front of us.
I do. I wish you hadn't said that on the internet.
That was a joke. No, I don't think anyone picked
Nobody
up on
heard it except you, but I'm glad I said it.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
He
said
is a joke about friendly fire. I said Pat Tillman. Do you know who that is?
No.
He was a safety for I think the 49ers, right?
The Cardinals.
Cardinals,
For the Cardinals,
and he got
yeah.
killed by friendly fire in the military, and they tried to kill him.
9/11 happened, and he was like, America's been good to me. I'm gonna go
Be good to
protect it.
America. I'm gonna
And
go be
then
a ranger.
He literally went through boot camp, everything, became like an army ranger, and then went to Afghanistan, and then got killed by his own
That's funny.
people.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You know
I mean,
what
that
the-
sucks.
Wah, wah. Yeah.
It's a friendly fire alone, but to friendly fire Pat fucking Tillman, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh no.
That
no,
sucks
no.
because I guarantee you that there's a dude out there who's like,
Fuck, I killed
he has to
myself.
live with that. Yeah.
It's the same as Derek Jeter and the other guy.
Yeah.
You should have fucking shot Jay Cutler, all right?
We had to.
What about, hey, Aaron Rodgers? I heard the Green Berets are looking for somebody. That's so funny. If you hate your quarterback, you just encourage them to join the military.
Hey, Kyler Murray.
We had to read Where Men Win Glory, the biography of Pat Tillman, my sophomore year of high school,
Oh, really?
and I got called Pat Tillman so many times
Yeah.
that year.
Just throwing footballs at you.
Before I was shot with friendly fire in paintball games,
That's,
they would call me Pat. They would shoot
Hey,
me.
Pat. They just light you up.
And I got called Pat so many times that is my Instagram or my Snapchat name is Pat-Tillman, and I don't know how to change it. It feels scummy now.
nah, it's fine. It's not like he's gonna get mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. That fucking poor guy. You know?
So what's the best friendly fire?
There was one.
There was one. Oh, my God. This is where we find out Joe is in Vietnam just napalming people. Like, hey, we let one slip once.
Dude, we write a full.
It's only a war crime if someone reports it.
We write a full 2-hour comedy about shooting Pat Tillman and just being like, no, shh. They weakened at Bernie's him.
That's
Just perch him up in the Humvee like, oh, Pat, come on.
Make him like
Roll him into an IED and just fucking. Oh my God, Al Qaeda.
how crazy! Those bastards!
Bin Laden.
Have you guys seen the Family Guy clip where Peter's like, "This is worse than when I joined the army," and it's just the sergeant talking to him. He goes, "Okay, so I go over that hill and I shoot Pat Tillman."
No, God.
Dude, shout out Family Guy. If anybody at home hasn't checked it out yet, Family Guy, fun show. I believe it's on Fox.
Yeah, that's what they need. A show that has 1,000 episodes, has been on for 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they probably
They're still
need
making
the plug.
that too, and it's the same with The Simpsons, where it's like you're not breaking new ground on anything, you know.
No, but
Like-
somehow South Park still kills it.
It's because
South Park runs circles around them.
Yeah, it's because South Park at this point waits a couple of years and makes like 8 episodes, and when they make them, every single one.
But they're all, but all the references are like 5 days old by the time you see it. So you're like, how did they come up with this so quickly?
Well, the specials, I wasn't a huge fan of the specials.
What do you guys think they're gonna do about Kanye being a gay black Nazi?
Gay black Nazi fish.
Yeah, definitely. What else can you do?
Yeah, it's the perfect move, you know.
The gay fish community.
I went out to, El Chupacabra, or Los Chupacabras, across from Helium.
Mm-hmm.
There's this great Mexican place across from Helium in St. Louis. And anyway, they're open super late. So Rick and I were in there one time just eating and just sitting there at the bar, and they were playing South Park, and it was the gay fish episode.
Nice.
And they had the subtitles on, and I was singing the like,
Because
I fucked a mermaid, like that or whatever, like the whole chorus. I remember so much of it, and he was just like, "What are you fucking talking about?" I'm like, "Dude, if you haven't, you have to go home and watch this."
Dude.
I ain't got no dick, man. I'm not funny, man. I ain't got no dick.
Don't tell me about no play on words, motherfucker. I'm a lyrical genius, voice of a generation.
Dude, fucking shout out Carlos Mencia, dude.
Yeah, they beat him to death.
Yeah.
And stuffed fish sticks down his throat.
Dude,
And that was when he was still on Comedy Central. Like he was still
yeah.
like Mind him and Sia was still going. The whole Rogan thing hadn't happened yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought that was
I thought
post Rogan
yeah.
thing.
Well, that I'm not so sure about, but I know for a fact
Yeah, mine
he was still on. He was still on Comedy Central. He was still like their golden child, whatever. And South Park was like, nah, fuck this dude.
Dude, it comes out, Nate Bargatze has like 14 Bill Cosby jokes in his act, and they're like, oh my God.
Oh my God, what happened? He used to be so wholesome.
Big, like, it'd be, who could call him out? That would be hilarious. It has to be like the dirtiest comment. Nanette, what's that lady's name?
Oh,
The Australian one.
yeah.
She calls him out like, Nate Bargatze's been stealing jokes from Bill Cosby, and he raped me.
Let me tell you about the time I was right.
Dude, yeah.
She did have a really good bit in that special. Did you see it?
No.
I just
She
think
had
it's
a
so
great
funny
bit.
to get raped and be like, this is 20 minutes right
But honestly, though,
yeah.
you would. I mean, we
Oh,
all would.
We all would,
Mhm.
but yeah. I
I'm
mean,
not letting this go to waste.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, I don't know.
No, you turn your traumas into comedies, right?
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, Sarah Silverman has like the new hour about like her mom or dad dying or whatever, and like that's fun. Isn't that so funny, you guys?
At the end of the hour, everyone it's just like a real somber moment, and everyone's just like listening, and then somebody just goes, "Show me your boobs" from the back. Can I see them?
Oh, dude, there's a comedy advice podcast, and they got some good stuff on there. But this guy interviewed Barry Katz, who was like manager for like Bill Burr, Sarah Silverman, Dave Chappelle at one point. Like he ran the Boston Comedy Club, and he was asking him for advice, and he was like, I self-produced my own special. Will you watch it and give me notes? And when I tell you, he fucking tears him apart, just fucking head to toe, and it's so funny. Check like. I don't want to name drop it because I feel bad. It's like an actual guy, but like he's like, why is there a fat guy in the front row? of your special. It's the special. Get that fat guy out of there. I can't stop looking at him. What's going on? And then he's also like, you laughed at this joke yourself 3 times. And he's like, yeah, I know. Chris Rock laughs in his set, though. He's like, yeah, you're not Chris Rock. Just demolishes his poor guy. It was the Hot Breath podcast. It's a good podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, the guy posted it himself, so he knew.
Nicholas Kuvar was obsessed with that for a long time, and he would always write in for the joke of the day or whatever.
Max Price would do that, too.
Well, he thought that it was going to lead to
Well, that's
stardom.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Shout out Kuvi.
Yeah.
He's not listening.
No, he's not seeing it either. It's so lame to still be on Facebook, you know? And, like, we have to for work, which sucks.
Yeah.
I was about to ask.
Yeah, I have to look at these.
Yeah.
I was about to ask if I was doing the right thing by never checking Facebook, but
No,
apparently not.
well, you know, it's not even like Facebook itself. Occasionally, like something will pop up and you can get a little spot out of it. But
Yeah, occasionally you can get booked
yeah,
because a lot of times venues will send you a Facebook message.
or
Hey,
like
we're
older,
looking for a comic, blah, blah, blah.
yeah,
Yeah.
older guys all have it too. So they'll,
I only keep my Facebook around because when I do weekends like the Gutfeld weekend, it's majority of the audience,
Yeah.
that's
on
what they
Facebook?
use is Facebook.
Interesting.
And there's so many of them that are like, how do you, like, I have a QR code on my merch, and they're like, what is this? And I'm like, you don't have to worry about it. It's
that's not odd because my
if you
LinkedIn
want to
has-
watch the video of the joke, you can scan that. If you don't, just don't even worry.
Dude, if you're trying to tell a Gutfeld audience to scan something, you are fucked.
About it.
They can't do the menus at restaurants.
Oh,
You
I
want-
know. Yeah, it's-
I love my dad, but every time we go to a restaurant and they have a QR code, he has a fucking conniption fit.
I get it
Yeah.
a little bit.
I also get it. I get it from both sides because, like, from a service standpoint, it would make things faster if people could scan it and just look. But at the same time, it's just print a fucking paper menu and hand it to me.
Yeah, exactly.
But make it all pictures. I don't care. You know, I don't need to feel smart. Just fucking
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need to
give me
read.
crayons.
I mean,
They
that
should do
problem
it-
was fixed a long time ago. You just laminate one and then it's there forever.
yeah.
They just
It's
do.
fine.
They should do just like Chinese restaurant style, where it's like a number and then a picture of what you're gonna get.
and
you
it's
know
a
what I mean?
dog.
Hurry up and buy.
Dude, the Chinese restaurant by my house had a sign, like literally loose leaf paper on their front door that said "We only."
No extra napkin.
It had a loose leaf on the front door that said "We only close Tuesdays," and I was like, "Come on, man! Like you can't write in the accent too. That's crazy."
I went to the license bureau today, and there was a sign that said,
Shit.
Yeah.
You don't have the motherfucking paperwork.
"Not far off." It said, "We be closed after 4." And I was like, "All right." And it wasn't FORE, like, or FOUR. Fuck me.
Dude, it's
See, that
Oh,
makes it
no.
so much
Watch it try
worse.
to-
Yeah.
No,
That
Eric
makes
tried to
it-
spell more words.
Four.
Yeah. Eric wrote it.
Do you see my dis?
All right, now spell stupendous. Last time I went to the DMV, the guy helping me was eating pizza, and he was fat, and he like took up the whole little square he has, and like mid sentence, he's like, "Yeah, you don't have that form." Just eating, and I get it. There's a line of like hundreds of people, but take a break,
Were
man.
you at
Like,
the Kings Highway?
no, this is
That was my
actually
guess,
it was
too.
in the county. No, I've gone to the Kings
Oh
Highway
wait,
one.
were you at the Afton license office?
No. I was in Bridgeton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was way out there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That could be a fun game. Guess the license office based off how fat the employees are.
You don't even want to go to Texas. There's not even a back wall. That's how they all get out
It's just-
after their shift.
They just pull up on a tractor trailer. And
Rascal scooter ramp on the back.
it's like when they go to brand cows and they put them all in that chute, and they go out behind desks afterwards.
God, dude, when I finally hit Rascal scooter size, things are gonna change.
That's why
That's what it's gonna take.
trying to reverse the ship. Trying to pull a U-turn here.
Me, 600 pounds. My dick is fat too. I gained weight on my dick.
All of it went through my dick. None of
Dude,
it went through my
I
tits.
saw a fat person once on a Rascal scooter, and their fat was going over their knees. And they were wearing a Cookie Monster T-shirt,
Oh, that rules.
and I laughed at them. I was like 7 years old, and I just started maniacally laughing at a fat bastard
I mean,
on a
steer into
rascal
the bit.
scooter.
You know, that's pretty
Yeah.
funny.
For
You
real.
ever seen the video of the guy walking behind fat people in a Walmart with like a saxophone?
Yeah.
You know, and boom.
Boom,
They
boom,
all-
boom, boom,
Stop! Stop it! Stop it! Dude, just holding 4 gallons of cottage cheese. Stop!
I have a glandular problem.
That's so funny.
Dude. Yeah. God, man, fat people.
Mm-hmm. Us, all of us.
Yeah,
Every single one of
yeah,
us.
I know.
I know. We're all circling
It's
the
just
drain.
it's
but
annoying because I'm like fat, but it's in only like it's in small sections that I could easily fix if I put any effort into fixing
Mhm.
it, and
Yeah.
there's just no time and there's no effort on my part. You know.
For me,
You know what I look
Yeah.
at though?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
I feel like all comics at this level get fat.
Yeah.
All of them.
And then they make a little money, and then
And
they're
then they
skinny
get
again.
really skinny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Look at any Pete Holmes, Nate Bargatze, Shane Gillis.
Mark
Fucking
Norman.
Tom
Well,
Segura.
I wouldn't say Shane Gillis. It's not like
I mean, I'm not saying I'm not saying it's drastic.
you're just
but-
trying to fuck, dude. You're just trying to fall.
I mean, hey. No, but I feel like everybody kind of
No, yeah,
they
especially
get a little bit of money, or they don't have to, work all fucking day and then go to an open mic
And drink
later,
7
and then
beers.
you're like, oh well, it's been all day. I haven't eaten. Guess I'll go to White Castle again.
Mm-hmm.
If you like watch their first Conan to like their most recent like Fallon, the weight loss is crazy. Like especially like even Mark Norman, because he was never like fat, but he was a little chubster. You know, he was drinking some birch, and then he got money and he got skinny, and that's the goal. Like that sounds great. To just only be doing comedy, and you can wake up whenever the fuck you want,
Mm-hmm.
go
And
work
then, like,
out.
the only thing
and
you gotta
fucking-
do is go to the gym and write jokes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
yeah. Because I mean, fucking, I don't know. You
Not
do-
us.
Not us.
2 jobs and a
Not-
Carney gig in the
not-
same week. That's what happened with us. That was what was so eye-opening for me. Fucking, I lost so much water because I got dunked so much because I'm fat and the water kept like when it started up here, it ended like down here. It hurt to fall, and then I had to climb
I didn't even think about you climbing out of the tank, dude.
every time, 250 times.
Because there's a little step, and then you have to grab onto a chain link fence that's wrapped around
Yeah.
it and pull yourself up. And then there's kids watching you like, get back up there.
No, one was like, "Will you hurry?" It was, dude. Did you splash any?
Did I splash water
Yeah.
at them? No, I'm not a psychopath.
Yeah, same, I guess.
Little kid's just like, get back up there, and you're like, you're adopted.
No, dude, it was to the point where I was just saying how much we were making out loud to myself, just like, it's fine.
Dude,
It's fine.
there was a dad.
It's totally okay.
There was a dad saying like, "I hope you're getting paid enough to do this," and I was like, "Fuck you, man."
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not an accountant. All right.
Anything is enough to him.
Well, I'm very happy that I read the the text wrong on.
Yeah,
what was
I mean,
happening.
did you read the text wrong, or did she just pay us extra?
No, I read it wrong.
Oh,
Well, no, she wasn't as clear as she could have been about it.
yeah.
But when I looked back at it, I was like, oh,
Either way,
that
dude,
makes sense.
we made out like bandits.
You ever done that? You ever done a gig and then they throw a little extra in there for you? And
Ooh,
you're-
yeah.
That's the best day ever. That's
Yeah.
so good.
Dude.
That makes me happy. I cried one time because the guy threw an extra 20 on there, and I was like,
Yeah.
I was in the
Dude.
car and I was like, oh.
You mean
I
I
mean,
get gas too?
I've been
He's
fucking-
like, hey man, you
Oh.
did a good job, and I was in the car later like, just like I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
I will give a shout out right now. William Montgomery tipped me at the end of the weekend when I hosted for him, and I will suck that man's dick if I see him
Mhm.
again, dude. That's the coolest shit ever. Like I've heard of a few comics like doing that after the weekend, and that's so cool. Especially because like if you're an actual comic, you know how broke the openers are.
I brought a Diet Coke to Billy Gardell, and he gave me a $50 bill,
Oh.
and I was like, all right, should I lock the door behind me? Or like, I was just immediately just gonna start unbuckling my pants.
Let me do my hair up really
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I guess he picked me.
Yeah, dude.
No, he was the best. He's the best.
He's skinny now too.
I know.
Yeah. I wonder if that's like affected. What did you work with him at Helium?
No, I
Or-
worked with him at Laughing Gas.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I got to host. Sean O'Brien got to feature, and
Oh wow.
yeah, he headlined, and it was pretty cool. He was a super chill dude. He wanted me to just like hang out in the green room. He's like, "Come hang out with us," and I was like, "I'm a door guy. Like, I still have to work.
Yeah.
Sorry, like."
Dude, Dan St. Germain was the first comic at Funny Bone because Funny Bone, the green room is like separate. You can't like just have to. Helium, you have to walk through it to get on stage. So like, I always respect like the headliner. That's their green room or whatever. And Dan St. Germain was like, "Come back, hang out in the green room with me," and I was like, "Oh shit, hell yeah!" But the Funny Bone green room at the time had literally sewage seeping through the carpet.
Yeah.
There was a fly flew into my mouth like 3 times, and I was like, "This comedy's cool." I'm so glad.
That's if nobody out there knows anything about
Yeah.
the Funny Bone.
Yeah. That Sam Talent knew that. He was like, "Is that the one where sewage seeps through the carpet of the green room?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, it was."
Yeah, that's us. Did you ever hear Ronaldo's story about he was hosting like one of his first weekends ever, and he goes to go pee before the show, and he pees in the urinal and flushes it, and like 5 minutes later, Joe Lennig comes storming out from Backstreet, and he's like, "Who fucking pissed in the bathroom?" And Ronaldo's like, I did. And he goes, "You idiot! The pipes aren't connected to anything. You just flooded Backstreet or whatever." And he's like, Ronaldo's like, "How the fuck would I know that?"
Did you fucking piss in the toilet? What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
That's so funny because they would get mad at you.
They
for
got
that.
mad at you.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they were like, they were all like looking at him like, "Oh, this fucking idiot!" Like that. It's like, where?
You think
where
you
else?
can come in here and you can piss in our toilet? You think we're gonna pay you?
That
at the end of
fucking
the
thing's
weekend?
just for show.
That feels like a natural resting point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chris is. I've been trying, man.
No,
I've
it's all
been
good.
looking at Chris's poor puppy dog eyes just getting heavier and heavier as he's staring at me, and I'm like,
Well, Chris is one of the comedy denominators. He should be able to.
You should be able
he
to
should be able
hang.
to stick it out for
Hey,
the sake of the
I
joke.
think you're just jealous that you don't have a comedy denominator shirt.
Yeah, I'm so mad I don't have matching T-shirts with other open micers.
And
Now that the show's over,
and a bartender.
Now that
Oh,
the show's over,
yes.
I just want to say your background is one of the most metal things I've ever read,
Oh,
Dude,
and it's literally just because of the sign.
kill all Jews. You're right. Yeah.
no one else can see the
Yeah.
background. So it could be
Yeah.
literally anything.
Death to Ukraine. I do like that.
Wait, should we even plug, or can we plug?
Yeah, plug.
Oh,
When's
yeah,
this
plug.
gonna be out? You know.
Will it be out before next Saturday?
Hopefully.
Please come to City Winery.
Please, we really need this really
please
bad.
Fucking come to Wines and Punchlines. Yeah.
It's gonna be really fun. There's a lot of great comics on the
Saturday
lineup.
the
Please come.
24th?
31st.
31st.
Oh, yeah. Before that, I think for sure.
Okay. Yeah, Wines and Punchlines back at the City Winery May 31st, Saturday night. We got Tim Convey, Bowers, we got Stephen Haas, myself, and Jack Wright. It'll be the best night of your fucking life. Please buy tickets. They're so cheap.
Fucking come, dude.
It'll be
Please
great.
come. I'll make you come if you come.
Mm-hmm.
That's a guarantee. That's a guarantee.
Jack does that.
Last
Jack
time
does-
Jack was on that stage, he took his shirt off.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, take
Let's
my
give
shirt
Andy
off,
J's.
and I'll take your shirt off and make you come.
Jack will give you a handy J. It
Not
will
a
be
handy. I'll
aggressive.
go full whatever you want.
Yep.
My
That mouth's
feet-
stupid.
Yeah,
No.
my mouth's stupid. I got hair on my feet, if that's your thing. The back of my knees.
We will literally do carny work if you want.
We've done carny work. We'll do it again.
For all the
And
carnies and carnitas out there.
I don't know how to juggle, but I'm ready to learn.
July 10th at Munzer Brothers Art Foundation, Father's Day / 4th of July show. I will be performing 7 to 10 minutes. It's pretty stoked.
Let's fucking go, dude.
And then obviously come to our new open mic, come to our showcase. I'm not a broke bitch. I'm not begging you to come. I am. Please come. I will also make you come.
We will make you come.
Yeah, we will
Let it
make you
come.
This is all jokes aside. We have really funny shows with a good comedian.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we're all a little bit lost.
this-
all right,
yeah,
so-
yeah.
This is just a bit. It's a quality show. You're gonna have a good time. Please come to Wines and Punchlines and Ray's Sporthouse.
Yeah.
It will be.
You will not regret the $5 you spend to come to Ray's Sports House or the X amount of money you spend.
It's
to
super
go to
cheap and good. Just come.
the show. Yeah, just come.
so cheap and good. So cheap and good.
So cheap and good. All right, cheap and good. That's the episode of the name of this podcast. Yeah, thanks everybody for listening. We'll see you next week. Bye.